Religion was a weapon being used to colonize. White is good, white is pure, black is bad. White magic is yay, black magic is bad. White religion is yay, black spirituality is nay.
Growing up, when we were on the video games, we always chose the white characters. The white toys were the best toys. I had relatives when I was a kid buy me skin bleaching creams. True fact, you have to understand that these things are as a result of years and years and decades of structural brainwashing. Alrighty, we are back with another video. This one is from TikTok. Creator Pan-African Network. Let's jump right in.
Religion was a weapon being used to colonize. White is good, white is pure, black is bad. White magic is yay, black magic is bad. White religion is yay, black spirituality is nay. And even black spirituality is still a nay if you look at the global consciousness of spirituality. Because that is a rhythm dance with everything that is Africanist without taking the people of Africa in the center. It's in the language, specifically Dutch language. Blackmailing. We say zwart maken. It's making black. It's like making someone look bad. Black money is illegal money. That is a collective trauma. Because if I have to identify as a little kid as black, oh hell no. I'm not African. I'm a Creole. Whatever that might mean. Self-hate. Because everything that you see is bad. Every image that you see of yourself is bad. So there's also a difference between trauma and collective trauma.
Interesting. And I really do relate because growing up, when we were on the video games, we always chose the white characters. You know, growing up, the white toys were the best toys. And you never really, as a kid, you're definitely not necessarily conscious of the choices that you make in regards to who you choose in a video game or what type of toys that you buy. But it's just this ingrained idea of white is good, bad is black that you grow up with as a result of being colonized by a white nation. And as a result, perceiving white people as superior to yourself as just a natural consequence of how you were raised, right? So, and this largely reflects itself in the Christian religion as well, right? You know, you have paintings of a white Jesus and the angels were white and God was a white man with a white beard whenever it was depicted. So it's like all these things definitely play a role in creating a sense of inferiority as a black person. It wasn't until I started to grow, I started to experience the world, I started to meet people, I left the country of Nigeria to come to Canada and see the world as diverse as it is and actually start to understand that we are all equal. We are all the same people, just look different. Right? We bleed the same, we die the same, we, in many cases, live the same lives, just different skin tones. And just that concept of race and white superiority is such an interesting concept because it is so deeply ingrained within society that a lot of individuals don't even realize that they're subconsciously viewing the white race as a superior race. You go to Nigeria now and a lot of African parents, a lot of African people, a lot of Nigerian people, they subconsciously view the white man as smarter than them, better than them, you know, more intelligent than them, you know, and it's not something that they actively try to do. It's not active. It's not like I want to see the white man as better than me. No, it's just ingrained in years and years and years of brainwashing and indoctrination. And I find religion to be a major culprit in regards to this situation. Also education, because in Nigeria we do, utilize the British education system. So we learn through their system in terms of how we get educated. We also learn our spirituality from their spirituality, from their religion. And then as a result, they painted our spirituality as negative, as bad. So anything that had to do with our culture was bad. Our hair is bad. Our skin tone is bad. To the point where a lot of people secretly bleach their skin to appear fairer. It's an ongoing pandemic where I'm from, right? I had relatives when I was a kid buy me skin bleaching creams. True fact. Now, I don't blame them for such acts, but you have to understand that these things are as a result of years and years and decades of structural brainwashing of individuals, to the point where it's something that they perceive on a day-to-day basis and they don't even realize. So it becomes ingrained in their psyche. So they don't realize that they're viewing themselves and their people as inferior, and they're placing the white man on a pedestal. They don't realize that they're doing that. And you can only realize that that is the case when you remove yourself from such indoctrinations, when you dewash your brain, if that's a word, from the teachings that you were brought up on. Right? Like, you have to cut your hair because black hair is nappy. I grew my hair out. You have to bleach your skin because fairer skin is nicer. I don't give a fuck. I think that's cap. I think I'm beautiful. Do you agree? No? Alright. All these things you have to dewash from your brain because it's been ingrained in your mind for so long. Like, I remember as a kid creating game characters on FIFA. Right? And I'm creating a white guy with curly blonde hair as a black kid. Looking back at that, it's like, that's insane, twin. That's crazy work. Now, I'm creating the blackest guy on the planet because I can appreciate who I am. I can appreciate my foundations. I can appreciate my being. There's nothing absolutely wrong with me as a black man. And just because of how the world turned out and which countries were able to acquire power earlier than others doesn't mean that they're superior to me. I look at a white man and I see him as an equal. I look at a brown man and I see him as an equal. I look at an Asian man and I see him as an equal, right? But that wasn't the case before I deconstructed, before I became wiser, right? I used to naturally, subconsciously believe that the white man was superior to me as a black man simply because he is white, because he's got straight hair, because he's got fairer skin, because he's got blue eyes. And then I had to realize that those things are not true. Those things I had to debunk from my mind. I had to relearn a lot of things because, it's part of growth, right? Growing is having to relearn the things that you were taught growing up. And this is not to put blame on anybody in particular, but it's largely as a result of the institution that be, the educational system, the religious system, the political system, all those things. And it's still deeply ingrained where I'm from. Like, lawyers still wear the white wigs till this day because that is a British way of doing things. Right? Because Nigeria was indeed colonized by the British. So that was a British way of doing things. So it was like, why are we still wearing white wigs as lawyers, as judges till this day? It just shows you how deeply ingrained the European culture and the European standard is in my society as a Nigerian. And I feel like progress would begin as a society in general when we begin to relearn and when we begin to accept us for us. Like who we are, like love who we are for us and not place anybody else on a pedestal above us. That's when we'll start to see a good amount of progress in our society. That's the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. I've got more stuff up here. Check them out. And like and subscribe because I do hope to see you on the next one. Peace, love, and safety to you, gang. Peace out.